Welcome back, everyone. So today we are kind of going back into the roots of the Jonnygflea channel, and we are going towards the direction of one of the most popular series I have ever produced. And maybe if you're a veteran of the channel, you remember the ice cream talks that I used to make. Now, and if you are not a veteran, if you're brand new, welcome. And if you're somewhat new, welcome again. Essentially, Ice Cream Talks was just a series where I would tell the crazy stories that would happen while I was working at the ice cream store / popcorn store. And I don't know. It was a fun series to make. It was a fun series for you guys to watch. So I decided that although I don't work there anymore, I want to continue with sort of these story time type videos, but I wasn't sure exactly how to do it. I wasn't sure exactly what kind of format to use. So if you guys have any naming ideas for this series, let me know in the comments below. I am kind of thinking of just naming it what the story is about and not really having a series name, but let me know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys know as of late, but I was in high school, I was in the US, and now for college, I am in Germany. And in Germany, there's, I don't know, universal healthcare, something like that, yeah. And before coming to Germany, I had never damaged a bone on my body. My bones were very, very strong. I don't know. I was thinking, should I say boneless? No, that doesn't make any sense. So the second I come to Germany, I register for this universal healthcare type stuff. And let me set the scene a little bit. We're already, it's around October, so that's maybe 2 or so months into my arrival at university. And it's actually my birthday. Well, the night before my birthday. And so I'm out eating some pho with friends. And oh my god, this is so hard to piece together because there's so much information you guys need to know. So let's rewind a little bit. When I first came to the university, there were clubs and they were trying to recruit people. And there is a sport called rowing. And the rowing club actually, or the rowing team actually recruited me. I think it was because my brother's friends really just wanted to help me get out there and into the, I don't know, the university life. So they invited me in. I tried out, I made it in. But before I had already joined that team, I had already made friends. So let's call this friend circle A, and then the rowing team friend circle B. I guess, or the pre-friends and the rowing team friends, I don't know, however you'd like to see it. Essentially, they did not really like each other. I think it was a general vibe on campus where the rowing team, they were a little bit stuck up, and I mean, I'm not gonna deny it, but I think everyone kind of blew it a little bit out of proportion, you know? They did have this weird unity type thing, which can be seen as good, but they would always wake up in the morning super early for rowing practice. I mean, I was there with them, right? And we'd all eat breakfast together, and then we'd all go to class to rowing thing together, rowing practice together, and then we would all go to classes together, etc., and then we'd party together, and you know, so basically it was a very, very tight-knit group of friends at the rowing team. And I believe, actually, if I hadn't already had friends before joining, that probably would have been my only friends, or my main core group of friends, so to say. However, that is not the case, and so I had friends that I made through orientation week, and I am so far off from the story. Let's go back a little bit. So, now that you guys understand the friend groups, I went to get pho with the friends that I made during orientation week, and we were having a great time, and I invited the rowers as well to get food with us. But I see, this is where my memory gets a bit hazy. I don't remember if any of them actually showed up, but I think they might have. But regardless, we had friends from both groups there, and the plan was, at least in the rowers' mind, was to go ice skating afterwards, and then do a pre-party, and then go clubbing. And so after Faux, we got up, and the tram was right there. So I was like, all right, guys, let's go ice skating, and I ran for the tram. I end up arriving to ice skating, and only all... I'm sure in the comments below, some of the friends from my orientation week might comment something where I'm missing some of the past, but none of them were there. I think either they all missed it or I hadn't properly told them what the plan was, but essentially it was just me and all the rowers at the ice skating rink. And then we decide to, of course, go ice skating. I think at this point I was texting them because I think we still had the plan to go to the club afterwards. So I think most of them just went home to get ready for the club. And so while I was ice skating, there was this girl that I really liked on the rowing team, and so I was trying to flirt, and then one of her friends who was kind of in on it, that she knew that I liked her, was, I don't know, we were just hanging out, we were talking about it, and then she was like, oh, I know what we could do. We could play tag. And so I'm pretty confident with my ice skating skills. I mean, not so much after that day, but so we started playing tag, and things were getting heated, and we were running super hard on the ice, and I was it. And I was, the classic, like, oh, I can't run after the girl I like. I have to. And so I was running after her friend, who was a professional ice skater. And I was, I was losing. I was trying to catch up to her, but she was way too fast, and I was getting really competitive. I was thinking, well, I can't look bad in front of the girl that I like, so I started going faster and faster and faster. And now this wasn't just us there, Of course, it's a public ice skating rink, pre-COVID, so there's a bunch of people there. And so she does this maneuver, and she just sort of like slides through this group of people. Now, I thought I could do the exact same thing, because I didn't think that the two groups of people were together. But unfortunately, it was a group of, I don't know, they were like preteen girls, and they were ice skating, and they were kind of like going really slow and back and forth. And, it's really hard to understand their trajectory, I guess, because it doesn't really make any sense how they move. They go in, but then they kind of slip, and so then they kind of fall back, and they're moving sporadically, is what I would say. And so I speed up trying to get through this little space between these preteens, and the one girl just slides over quickly to her friend, and I fucking trip over her. I go flying. She lands safely, she is completely fine, not a single scratch on her body. She just kind of looks at me funny, and she's like, oh, what the fuck? Why would you bump into me? And then she gets up and continues going with her friends. And I land funny, I land on my arm, and I'm just like, oh, damn it, that really hurt. And so I get off the ice, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, this really hurt. I was completely out of it, it hurt, but I was like, whatever. It was time for us to go anyways. I was like, let's just go to the pre-party, kind of ruined the vibe, because I looked really bad in front of the girl that I liked. And I mean, dude, I was kind of out for a little bit on the floor, while this little fucking 14-year-old girl's just whatever, and gets back up and keeps skating. So my pride is a little bit hurt, But regardless, we end up going to another rower's house, and he's German, so of course his parents own a house near the university, and they, I guess, were out of town or something. So we head over there, and we're having a really fun pre-party, and I'm missing all my friends, like my orientation week friends. I'm like, oh, I wish they were here. Around midnight, I get a call, and of course it's my orientation week friends. They sing me happy birthday, and I'm like, guys, like, we're going to the club. You better be there, or you're 100% square or something like that. I think I was really drunk at that point. And then we head towards the and then of course after the pre-party we go to the club. And this is where it gets just so like hectic. I don't remember a lot of what goes on here. I'm sort of remembering new things while I'm speaking right now. But I was pretty drunk. So we get to the club and everyone gets in and I remember this because I was unable to get into the club. I had my ID, like I was old enough, but for some reason these guys, like the bouncers, they were just like, nah, like, I don't know, maybe the quota for guys was too high, so there was too many people already in the club, and they were letting by pretty much everyone else. And so I was kind of sitting there. I was like, oh fuck, do I have to go home now? Like, it's on my birthday and all my friends are in this club. And so then my friends, they actually see me from inside the club. They go out and they're like, oh, Jonathan, happy birthday, man. Like, come on, get in here. We're all celebrating, like, first shots on us or something like that. And the bouncer like looks at me and I look at him with the pleading eyes. I'm like, please, man, do you not see like what I'm missing out here? And he's like, okay, like, I'll let you through just this time though. And I don't know if I have a baby face or something, or maybe I'm just not the type that should be in clubs, but regardless, he let me in. And so I get in there, and my friends were all partying, like the rowers are there, and the orientation week friends are there. And this one girl, she starts pulling me by the hand, like, oh, come on, like, let's get into the club, like, everyone's partying, we're having shots. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Like, is she pulling really hard? Like, why is my hand hurt so much? And so slowly through the night, my hand is starting to hurt more and more and more. And I'm like, damn, like, did I sprain something? Like, this pain is so weird. And, when you're drunk, things hurt already a little bit less. So you wonder if it already hurts so much and you're like very drunk, how much is it actually hurting? So that was the question that was kind of going through my mind. But I was too drunk and I was having too much fun with my friends, and so then we ended up just going around partying, dancing, drinking, and as we started getting ready to go home, my hand was just, it was like boom 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 boom, like so much heat was coming off of it. But regardless, we all make it home safe, and we had so much fun. And I cleared up the issue between me and my friends where I was like, oh, I thought you guys were coming ice skating, and they're like, what, you never told us those plans. And so I cleared that up, and I was feeling good, and I went to bed. Maybe like 2 or 3 hours later, I woke up and my hand was on fire. I was hurting so much. I ran into my common room and I put my hand in the freezer of the fridge that I had. And I was just sitting there and I was like, oh fuck, like what is going on, man? And so then I started like asking my friends. I was like, I don't know, what should I do? And then I was like, you know what, I'll just go back to sleep. And I woke up the next morning. It was in so much pain again. Now here it gets a little bit hazy again. I think I was very afraid of going to the doctor. I really did not want to go because I was like, fuck, like this is gonna cost so much. I don't have money for this, like I don't have the money to pay for like a surgery or something if it's broken, you know, like what if, or if something tore, you know, like that's so expensive. Little did I know I was insured in medical. Like I had German health insurance, which covers pretty much everything life-threatening or life-damaging like that. So my two friends convince me. We go to the doctor, and he's like, yeah, your hand's fucking broken. And so this is the first of many times, well, 3 so far, knock on wood. So this is the one of the 3 times I've broken something on my body. And so tune in for the next storytime video for the other stories. But man, that was not a fun time. I'm gonna also tell a story of like what happened after, like the aftermath of breaking my hand. But that'll be in the next one. I think this one's already getting quite long. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode, or like the first part of this story series, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!